We're doing a good job numerically. The thing about James and this team is you're never comfortable. And it doesn't matter what the score of the game is, what the series looks like. We're not going to be comfortable against a team that has the type of firepower that they have, and we're just going to continue to try to execute our coverages and our scheme to try to minimize him and obviously the backside threes as much as possible.
Hey Frank, it's Bill Warren. Markieff had maybe struggled early in his Lakers tenure to really find his place or make an impact, but obviously that's changed over the last couple of games. Aside from his shooting in Game 2, where have you seen the biggest benefit from having on the floor, and what exactly is he doing?
Yeah, toughness and versatility. He has the ability to give us the physical presence inside. He's just a good basketball player. He has the ability to post. He's a great passer. He can knock down threes from the top, like we saw in that the last game with him hitting 4 threes in a quarter. And he's just got a great feel for the game. He understands our defensive coverages. And like I said, we want to be the most physical team in the league, and that's right up his alley. He has great toughness, and really elevates that part of our team.
Hey Frank, it's Dave. What about the makeup or complexion of your group allows you to coach in the way you do, where it could be J.R. Smith playing one game and not playing a couple games in a row? It could be JaVale starting the first half and Markieff starting the second half. Just about either the team's maturity or whatever that allows you to coach in that way.
Well, role acceptance is a huge part in any successful team. And, our guys have really excelled with that throughout the year. They know we have high aspirations about what our group can accomplish. It's not about the individual in anything we do. And, some in particular in the playoffs, you get to certain series where, one player's skill set, may make them more meaningful than it will in a different series. So we have the flexibility and versatility to do those types of things, adjust from one half to another, from one game to another. And, our guys have been wonderful about just, playing their part and doing whatever asked of them.
Hey, Coach, Alan Sliwa here. Just want to get your thoughts. Your experience being in the postseason before, teams that are down 2-1, or in your own experience coaching, if you're down 2-1, how much more desperate do teams become? Maybe you can kind of talk just a little bit what you're expecting from the Rockets tomorrow.
Well, you used the word right there. When you said desperate, right? Every time you lose a game in the playoffs, your group is super desperate. And if you lose 2 in a row, it just heightens even more. So, we know they're going to come out with their backs against the wall mindset and, really execute and play extremely hard on both ends of the floor and play with desperation. And, we've got to make sure that we match that. What's happened in the series so far is behind us. They've got an offense and some players on their team and a system that will never allow us to be comfortable. So we got to bring the same desperation.
BT, over to you.
Hello, Frank. How you doing this afternoon?
Good.
Yeah, just to follow up on Dave's question, how important is it to have those conversations with veterans like JaVale when he doesn't start the second half, with Dwight, with Markieff, to let him know you will be playing more? Is that important to make sure you guys have those conversations?
It's very important. I always try to over-communicate with all of our players, make sure they know exactly what their role is on a given game or a given series and why. And, just to make sure they still feel appreciated, that they still stay ready, because I do believe those guys have a place in this series, and they just gotta understand that and continue to stay ready. They're playing, they're playing right now 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 to make sure they're staying ready. And with anything, I think it's very important to just make sure you're communicating with guys and being honest and setting an expectation.
Allison, over to you.
All right, great.
Some of your guys,
key rotation guys are over 30, and some people have speculated that with no travel, there's a physical benefit. Do you sense that those things are connected either from what you've seen or feedback you get from those guys, and what are they doing in between this every other day schedule to get their bodies right?
I think they're just doing what they normally would, even if we were traveling. Obviously it just removes that element of being in the air, arriving late at night. But our 9 o'clock starts. It feels like we're playing and traveling. During the season, is because you're getting back to the hotel very late. You're up late, so you got to make sure you're managing your sleep the right way. And I think the no travel element of the bubble, I think that affects players of all ages. Whether you got guys over 30 or you got 19, 20-year-olds, I think not traveling just helps you feel better.
Anyone else over here? Sam?
Frank, you talked about this a lot, but with Rondo being back, and you don't need 21 and 9 out of him every night, but just the settling effect rotationally, just what's the impact?
Yeah, his impact is huge. He's been terrific in the last 2 games, and obviously the experience that he has, the championship pedigree, knowing what it takes to win, is just something that you can't look at numbers for that. His impact and just communicating defensive coverages and organizing us offensively just has a great impact on our team, and he's had a great impact in the last 2 games.
Okay, I think we have one last one. David Meneman.
Yeah, hey Frank, I just wanted to follow up on that question from Kyle. With these 9 o'clock starts, what time do you actually get into bed after a game?
Me personally, I watch film until I fall asleep, which is typically not before 3, but typically not after 5. I'd say between 3 and 4 is when I'm typically getting to bed after a 9 o'clock game.
What time are you getting up?
If I fall asleep at 3, I'll set my alarm for 9.